Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I'm working some more on this blues journal that I was doing. It's the Stamperia paper one that I was doing, and the paper range is called Blues. And today I thought that I would just give you a bit of an update, and I also want to make something. I've been looking at some people and different YouTubers and gathering inspiration, because I always think it's great to look at other people. And I had an idea, and that's what I'm going to do today, show you that idea plus do a bit more work on this journal. So this is the little booklet that I have tucked into this belly band, and I've just got some papers. So this is just some tea-dyed paper that I've cut into long strips, a guest check, and then this piece is from the little vintage exercise book that I've got. So I've just put a piece of that. It's only half a page. I'll be able to use the other half in something else, and I think that that's quite cute. So that can go in there now, and because it's bulky, it's actually not going to fall out now. Before it didn't have any volume in it, and so it was just slipping out. So that's this bit. And looking at these tags, I might put a bit of decoration on these tags too. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that, but it definitely needs something. But I'll move on now, because what I want to show you is this. Now let me just try and find somewhere to put it. So I've got this paper, this one will do. I think I've got two sheets there. All right, I'll do this one. Let me just move some of this other stuff away. Now, I had been looking at people, and I thought they do a little tab. They've got a little tab punch so that they can make a little tab to go on their junk journal. And I thought, oh, I'd really like one of those little tab punches. And then I thought, that's a bit silly because I've got that much. I really don't need another tool. And then I realised that I have my envelope punch board, and so I can use that to create the tab that I want to create. So first of all, where's my tool? Here. I've got some various bits of paper just in this brown. It's a different brown. It's actually an old piece from an old little journal that I had. Just found it in my scrap box and thought this would be ideal to do what I want to do. And I'm going to do a little tab. Now, it's working out because I just had another idea. I was going to do a freestanding tab, so let's do one of those first. So I'm just punching at the 2, and maybe I'll do it at the 5, so it's quite a long tab. And then I'll do a couple more punches on either side, and that way I'll be able to cut it. Now normally I would do this with my craft knife, but I'll just put this down here and I'll draw a line and I'll hand trim it with the scissors. That'll give me an idea of where I've got to trim it up. So this would be one sort of tab. It just sort of flitted through my brain just before when I was about to punch this of another idea. I like it when that happens. You never know what's going to happen when you start creating. So with the tab, I could then take this piece and put it so that it is down here. Let's do that. Where's my glue? Here. So I've just put glue on the back of that, and I'll centre this. It's not long enough for the page, but I don't mind. I've got a little tab there now. I want to put this piece down on here now, so I'm just going to line it up, and it's going to create a pocket. So first of all, I'm going to glue down here. I've got a piece from this magazine, and just trim that, and I'm going to put it under here. Now I still want to have my pocket, so I need to make sure that it's not going to interfere with that. So I'm going to stick the glue down on the front bit here. Just run some glue down there and then slide it in. And yes, there was probably an easier way to do this than the way I'm demonstrating, but it is what it is. It's done now. So now that piece is stuck to the underside of the pocket, and I can now glue it all down on this edge so that it forms this pocket in here for me. So my second idea is to do something similar, which is to create a tab, which I will do in a moment. But I was just thinking that I can actually create a double tab. So that's 2 inches. So I'm just going to score it in half. Just eyeballing it to score it in half, really. Because I think if I do it, I'm not sure that that's terribly straight. Let me see. No, yes, it is straight, yeah. And now I want to create a tab on both sides. So I was wondering if I did like a 1/2 inch, that's not going to be enough. Sorry, 1.5. I'm going to have to come back to 1 inch. And then flip it over and do 1 inch on the other side. So I've just put little a score line, and then I've just cut the tabs like that, and then if I fold that over, that should then meet, and I can take my scissors and or craft knife, but in this instance I'll take the scissors and I'll just clip it off. Just straighten that up. It probably would be better if I did it with the craft knife. Now I know that those 2 tabs match because I had them folded and they match each other. So now I can cut them and I can put one on one side and then one on the other. So just a bit of glue. I don't think it matters which side the glue's going on really. So I get a tab for both sides. Now you might not want a tab on both sides, and in which case you could just do one side like that. But I like the idea of putting it on both sides. And so you're getting that effect as though you've got a tab that you've folded over without having the punch that does that for you. And because I've already got a tool that makes a perfectly good tab of any size that I want. So now I've got these 2 pieces of paper and I'm going to do some more tabs with them. And I'm probably going to make this the front one because I really like that image, and put a tab over on this side. So these are the width of the page. Hopefully they are the width of the page. I'm going to put a tab at the 1 inch mark, and then I'm going to come across. So I think I'm going to make it, maybe I'll offset them a little bit, I think. So I'll go 1 and 3, and then I'll put another couple here so I know that's where I'm cutting. And then with this one, if I go 3 and 5, yeah. So if I punch it 3 and then slide it to 5, that's going to be my tab. And then this is going to be the little side. So if I look on the back, this is going to be the tab, and this is going to be the tab. So when I put them together like that, I'll have 1 tab here and 1 tab there. So I just need to cut these off now. Now again, I'm just going to use my ruler and a pencil to line it all up and hand trim it, making sure I don't cut my tab off in the process. It's kind of defeats the purpose if I then chop it off by accident. So that's one, and then this one, that's the front. So I want to draw my lines on the back so you can't see them on the front. And there, and then across here. Oh. And then this one goes on this side. So I've got a tab here and a tab here. Now I will offset them, I think. Maybe, not sure. Okay, let's see how they look on the page first. Make sure I'm putting them on up the right way. If I put them both here, then I could have 2 pockets. Now let's grab something to see if that's going to work. I can have a pocket at the front here and a pocket at the back. and that would be okay, especially if I lifted the front pocket up a little bit, put a little hinge on it. Maybe that's the go, so that you can actually get things in and out without a problem. Yep, I'm going to do that. So I'll just use my punch board again to score. Only a little bit, so I can just use that to score with. And I need a couple more pieces of that. A little faux scoreboard here. I think that's quite neat actually. I never thought to use this before as a faux scoreboard, but it works well for these little pieces. It saves me getting up to the big one. Fold them in. They're easier to fold in on that line. Now I've got 3 bits, so this will be the back piece. I'll stick this on. I'm not putting a hinge on this one or a gusset. I'm not going to gusset that. It's just going to be flat against the page of the book. And then I will gusset this one so that it's lifted up. Let's just do some mitering of our corners. And now I've got 2 little pockets there, but it's much easier to get something into that front pocket. So I've got a piece of the Tim Holtz wallpaper out and put it in that back pocket. It's in a bluey colour. I might swap it for something that's brown because, well, I guess the blues are okay. They seem to be clashing a bit to me. This is a darker blue. And the other thing I've got is this little booklet that I made the other day with the envelope. And it's got a blue stamp on it and it's thick, so I could put that in there as well. I might trim that wallpaper down just so it doesn't pop above like that, because it might just get too bent if I leave it like that. And because I trimmed it crooked, I'm going to turn it up the other way until I can fix it. So again, I've got one down in that tab, and then this one can go in that front tab pocket thing that I made. So I think that's fine. That looks really good in there. Just trying to see what else we can do today. I'm just going to use my punch board again to make this score line. Just eyeballing this and thinking that that looks okay. Cross my fingers I've managed to get it in the correct place. Yep, it's fine. And I'm going to put this on here so that it can turn out, and I will put something on here so that you can write on it, because you know that's a bit dark to be writing on. Much easier to tear this one. So I think this is just going to be a decorative piece. I don't think that I'm going to make it into a pocket as such just yet. I may put something over the top. Let's see how we go. And then tear it. See how that's going. It's okay. That's fine, but this bottom bit's too little to tear. I will have to use scissors and trim it off. So I'm just going to mark where it's got to go. A bit down there. And let's glue. And then I'll have a pocket in here. Now I'm going to make something to go in there. So this little tag is too small. So I'll have to get something that's, you know, longer. Like maybe this, or maybe I'll get some more of this brown paper. I've still got some of this out on the table, so I can glue some of this down on it as well. I've got that sort of theme going through here now, and I quite like it. I have to put something over the top because the little dots, which I like, are now facing down. instead of up. I can't really take it up or I'll have glue all over this side of the thing. So let me see what else I can put on it to try and counteract my stupidity. Okay, let's see. I'm sure I've got something in this box here. This will be really pretty. Just a bit of dyed lace. It'll hide the fact that I've got the dots of the thing upside down. Not that I think anybody else would notice, but I can see it. And that's part of the issue. If you can see things and you know, it'll be there, and every time I look at it, I'll go, put the dots upside down. Can't have that. So now I'm moving back to this because I thought I could do something. I don't like this bottom tag. I think that it's just a bit too plain. I'm wondering what I can put on it. And I was thinking that maybe I can put some of this sort of thing on it as well. Maybe I can put that up a little bit. Or this one, this little packet of things. No, don't like that either. I think I will put a bit of this down on here just to make it look a bit more in line with the rest of the journal. It's just looking a little bland, I think. And it's not going to interfere with the belly band if I do this. I think that looks much better. So I think that I'll stop there now because I really need to sort out what else I've got left to do, and I will come back. I think I've probably got, you know, one more, maybe two more videos to get this one completed. But meanwhile, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you very much for watching, and I want to say hello and thank you to all my new subbies, and I will catch you tomorrow. This is Deborah. Cheers.